Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. So today we're going to watch and react on the 7th episode of the TV show The Crown on Netflix. In the previous episode, we learned more about Elizabeth's uncle, the former king before her father. We learned that he was a piece of shit during the Second World War, and that he was befriended Hitler just so he could get the throne back. So yeah, basically that's what happened in this episode, and I'm really excited to see what's gonna happen in the next one, if we really have more information about another character or something. So yeah, with no further ado, let's get to it.
And when you smile, the world is brighter.
So that's an episode maybe focusing on Margaret and her new lover.
3rd of August, 1959. Dearest Margaret, I write to you with a heavy heart, in hopes of preparing you for an announcement I'm soon to make. As you are aware, I have just returned from a year abroad around the world. A young woman named Marie-Luce accompanied me on this trip as my secretary and photographer. She is someone I have known for a few years now, and her companionship has been one of the few joys in my life. I have decided to ask her to marry me. Dearest Margaret, I know you will feel betrayed by this decision. When we parted, I could never have imagined falling in love with anyone else. But these years apart, and the knowledge that I will never be allowed to marry you.
Oh, wait. That was the one she wanted to marry. Oh no. I didn't recognize him. I thought it was, the guy she met and took pictures of her. Yeah, this guy. But no, apparently no, it's the guy she wanted to marry.
Hey,
That sucks, I'm
I
sorry.
received a letter this morning from Peter Townsend.
Group Captain Bore.
No, Peter's not a bore.
What?
I said, Peter's not a bore.
Excuse me. Straight back to obedient, decent, missionary fashion. 3 quick minutes and that's your lot. Definitely a bore. Probably pajamas too. He looks like a pajama man. Striped and ironed.
Well, ideally, it would have been me writing to him saying that I was the one getting married.
You said you didn't want to get married. That's what dreary conventional people do.
We don't think you and I could do it. Unconventionally. Interestingly.
Christ. Only if we violated each and every one of the god-awful vows the church would make us take.
Ah.
Really, Mum?
Darling. I would like my usual, please.
Very good.
This is the first time we see the mother.
Any mention of her?
Margaret. She wasn't there.
Oh,
Tiff.
what about?
Marriage, if you must know.
She's turned you down.
No. The other way around. You know, Mummy, for most parents, there's never anyone good enough for their children.
Why doesn't he want to marry Margaret? That's something. What is she doing? Well, I thought they were dating, but apparently, oh, he's just cheating. That's okay.
Mind you, she never takes anything lying down. Far too conventional. She really is the most dazzling fuck.
Evidently.
What does that supposed to mean?
Well,
What the fuck?
you've just
It's
become
another
so much
woman?
better since seeing her.
Yeah.
Have I?
I really can't keep up anymore.
And you're more imaginative,
Am I?
so don't give her up. Whatever you do.
I won't.
Speaking of which, I have to be in London on Thursday and might have some time after lunch.
You had a proposition.
It is? Any objections, Mr. Fry?
Not at all. Mrs. Fry.
Can I get back to you on that? I'm supposed to be seeing Margaret that night.
That's all right.
Margaret, you chose your man so bad. Are they even allowed to marry? Like, I don't know if she has the right to do. What the fuck? This is how he's asking her to marry him. A box in a box in a box in a box. Is this a joke? Like, so many boxes.
Will you forgive me if I don't go down on one knee?
You won't defer to your princess, even when you propose to her.
It's got nothing to do with deference. They're chafed from fucking you. Marry me.
I thought you hated the idea of marriage.
I do. I hated the idea of losing you even more.
You would have lost me.
You'd have come back.
Never.
What is she doing?
Now promise me one thing in return.
Name it.
Not to hurt
Hmm. I don't know if he knows about how the other people he has been with.
Tony has proposed marriage to me and I've accepted. But I suppose that's marginally better than the "oh," which was your reaction to Peter Townsend's proposal. Anyway, I do hope there won't be any objections or obstacles this time.
No, of course not.
Be good enough to give me that assurance again. Nice and audibly. So we're both quite clear.
Margaret. I promise that I will never do anything to block any marriage of yours ever again.
Thank you. So I have your blessing to make the announcement and start making plans.
Yes.
Good.
Now
Then
that
you'll
you're-
forgive me for not staying longer. I'd just like to get cracking on this. Peter wrote to me. He's marrying too. She's 19.
Margaret.
So my announcement must come first.
Castle, good evening.
It's Tony Armstrong.
James, I'd like to speak to my mother.
I'll see if Lady Ross is available.
Tell her it's
Important.
Lady Ross is resting at the moment, sir.
She has asked that you might call back again tomorrow.
What the fuck? She's not even resting. What a bitch of a mother. I hope she's gonna be able to marry him.
So
There is nothing
What do you fancy?
that would prevent them to
People
do
will
so
expect
this
Abby
time.
Manson's There's no danger of my ever wearing the crown.
Michael. And she seems very determined. And we cannot afford another drama like Peter Townsend. So, I'm going to support it. Come what may.
Of course, ma'am. There is one slight problem, though.
Ta-da!
What's the
I've
matter?
got the statement, which we'll give to the newspapers tomorrow. Now, what do you think?
It looks fine, but,
It don't come with buts.
we're going to have to delay it.
Delay what?
The announcement. Just for a few months.
Why?
Because of the baby.
What baby?
Mine. I'm expecting.
Since when?
14 weeks.
Why didn't you tell me that?
Well, I've tried, but your head's been in the clouds,
Sorry, and
understandably.
what is expecting got to do with anything? Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you. It's a protocol issue.
Oh, I understand.
No, Margaret,
Oh,
you
I
don't.
see. This is just some scheme cooked up by all of you to put me off the marriage, isn't
No,
it?
it's a tiresome protocol issue. Until the sovereign's child is born, no other family announcements can be made.
Yes, but don't you see? Until we announce it, we can't marry either.
No, just for 6
What,
months.
another
until...
6 months. Another 6 months.
Margaret! Most of that time will be taken up with planning anyway. Margaret? Margaret! As an indication of my support as Queen, I intend to throw a party. For the family, for your friends. To show our support. We never did that for Peter.
You never did anything for Peter.
Margaret, you have my word. It's full steam ahead. You will marry Tony. We just can't announce it yet.
Poor Margaret. Why is he looking at her like that?
Are you in the mood for some questions?
It depends on the questions.
Does it hurt?
No. It doesn't hurt. But it is uncomfortable. Especially if the baby's sitting down in my pelvis or decides to kick me. Oh, no, see, now you're not interested.
I'm very interested.
One does feel cumbersome. And I'm tired all the time. I can't do anything. I can't bend down. And it's rather like that journey from Aberdeen to Balmoral.
Don't.
It seems to go on forever. And one's toes are disappearing.
Don't say that. I like your toes.
My toes are hideous.
You're the second best thing about you.
Oh, that's a horrible compliment.
Excuse me, there's no such thing as a bad compliment.
No, that's true. Beggars can't be choosers. What's the best thing?
Two things, really.
Oh.
Reason alone to have children, I'd say, enormous.
Yes, all right.
Milkmaid. No. Barmaid.
Oh.
Go on, indulge me. Pour me a pint. Filthily, go on.
I haven't the faintest idea.
Go on. Like this. Look me in the eyes while you're doing it. Go on.
What the fuck? Those are weird.
It's not that.
What? 2 whiskeys, please.
Son.
No, I went last week with my man in Thailand.
I didn't want to tell you tonight.
What?
Tony, I'm pregnant.
Me?
Oopsie.
Can't be sure.
I'm 99%.
That still needs 1%. You told Jeremy?
Not yet, I don't.
You did know his hands. No.
Yes.
And your doors, it's what?
Margaret, I'm sorry.
Michael. Morning, Tommy.
I hope
Obviously,
Your
they're
Majesty
calling him.
understands the context in which this discreet reconnaissance work was done, and that it in no way represents a prurient, moralistic, or censorious position. Mr. Armstrong-Jones is perfectly entitled in his private life to make those choices he wishes, indeed, to live as he wishes. However, as with a great many artists, the conventional approach to life doesn't appear to fit. It seems that what makes his work notable is his willingness, his appetite to break barriers and conventions as he pushes his medium, photography, I believe, to its boundaries. And as in art so it would appear in life.
I see.
The narrow path, the straight Christian path, is not to his taste. To the best of our knowledge, he is currently conducting no fewer than 3 other intimate relationships.
Damn.
With whom?
With a Miss Jackie Chan, an Oriental dancer and singer. With Gina Ward, an actress, and with a Miss Robin Banks, his former assistant.
These,
They
we should add,
yeah.
Are just the natural ones.
What?
There is good reason to suspect that Mr. Armstrong Jones has a taste for members of his own sex, and that his close friendship with his proposed best man, Mr. Jeremy Fry, is,
Yes.
in fact...
All right.
not to mention his wife.
Please.
Camilla, formerly Grinling, an erstwhile girlfriend of Armstrong Jones.
Who is now expecting herself.
How did they get hold of this
Do you have a photograph of
information?
her?
We do. Thank you, Michael.
What's wrong? She can't give birth yet, can she?
No one could live up to the bar.
No.
Then we thought of Louis. That was a bit too
Foreign.
So, we've decided to call him Andrew,
Oh.
after Philip's father.
Yes, the bankrupt philanderer.
Philip's father. But before you announce it and rush
Yeah,
up
you
the
have
hour,
to tell her.
are you sure that Tony's the right man? I'm just concerned that in a rush to heal wounds,
Wounds inflicted by you.
you end up committing yourself to something, to someone that isn't quite right. You told me yourself that you only embarked on this engagement after you heard from Peter that he intended to marry someone else.
Tony is a free choice. Tony has given me reason to hope and dream. He makes me feel things no one ever has. Things I didn't imagine possible.
But he's also a very complicated man. With a complicated past. And, who knows, a complicated present.
What is that supposed to mean? Or is there something you know? Because if there is, tell me now. Tell me now.
Tell her. You have to tell her.
At long last, I know who I am and what I represent.
And what is that?
A woman in my own right. A woman for the modern age. And above all, a woman who is free. Free to live. To love. And free to break away.
But you're not breaking away. Because you won't give up your title, your rank, your privileges, for one simple reason. You enjoy it all too much. Palaces, the privileges, the deference, it's always meant more to you than it did to me.
Mm-hmm.
In that case, your achievements were more remarkable. As you managed to disappear and become invisible while wearing the crown.
Margaret.
I'll see you in the Abbey.
So she won't tell her. So they're really getting married. Well, Peter was a better man. Okay. Wait, is he even going to the wedding? Like, what the fuck?
Well. Margaret Rose, wilt thou have this man for thy wedded husband, to live together after God's ordinance in the holiest state of matrimony? Wilt thou obey him and serve him, love, honor, and keep him in sickness and in health, and forsaking all other, keep thee only unto him, so long as ye both shall live?
I will.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that was a very good episode. I wasn't expecting this. Like, I knew this man was weird. That somehow there was something behind this, disappearance of a good man, I would say. But I wasn't expecting him to have like several relationships at the same time that he was with Margaret, and even that he got a girl pregnant. And I'm also like super surprised that Elizabeth didn't even say it to her sister and stop the marriage, because like, if it's known, if it's discovered that that he has another child out of the marriage, it would bring shame and stuff. And I think it's even worse than marrying a man who has been divorced. So I don't get it. I really don't get it. Yeah, no, I don't get it. I don't know why they prevented her to marry Peter, because he was a divorced man, and not stop this marriage. That makes no sense, because obviously she's doing this because she wants to get married before Peter, and not because she wanted it, and also because this man has several partners and he's going to be a father. That makes no sense. I don't get it. Anyway, tell me in the comments what you think about this episode, if you think the same way, or if you think differently, which is fine. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a thumbs up, and I will see you very soon for another reaction. Until then, take care.